Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to open up another Softflex Company monthly mystery design kit. This kit retails for $34.95 and comes with everything you need to make a few pieces of jewelry, minus tools. And here's a piece of paper or card showing what kind of stuff comes in a kit like this. And here they have a challenge, a monthly challenge. If you want to get into this, you could just pause here and read over it. Alright, so I have done several tutorials with this kit over the years. I've made some really awesome things. I love this kit because it is themed, and so I like to make over-the-top necklaces with it, but I have also done bracelets and earrings, and I'm going to put a link for this kit down there below in the description bar. Now this one's probably going to be sold out, but you can, subscribe to get the next kit. So, that's what usually happens. It's usually sold out when I show this. So I'll put the link down there so you can get the future kit if you're interested. And also I'm going to put links for Softflex's website down there, their YouTube channel. They do video tutorials on their YouTube channel with this kit, so I will link it down there below in case you want to go check out and see what they're making with this kit. I'm also going to link Softflex's Facebook page. And if I could think of anything else, I will link it down there below in the description bar. So let's get into this. The theme for this kit is called Specialty, and I just think that is so cute and also funny because I just uploaded a tutorial where I did a coffee themed bracelet. Look at this. So it's macrame. This is a coffee, check glass coffee bean bead. I did the word coffee, and I use a ceramic mug here as a charm. And there's my bracelet. It's so darn cute, and I'm a coffee freak. I love coffee. Now if you missed this tutorial, I will post the link for it down there below in the description bar. And I'm also going to put the picture up of the other bracelets I made, because I made a cat bracelet, I did a beach bracelet, and I did like a video gamer bracelet. Alright, so go and check that tutorial out. That was a lot of fun. Now, I have to also say, I am a tea freak. I drink tea every day. My favorite tea is just simple dark tea, but I also like to make my own specialties from plants in my yard. I make mint tea, I do ginger tea. I love ginger so much. I love that spicy kick. I do mulberry tea, and the mulberry leaves are from my yard because I have mulberry plants. I have a mulberry tree, and I have mulberry like shrubs. And I also do lemongrass tea. That one is amazing. If you've never tried lemongrass, you gotta try lemongrass tea. That is one of my favorites. It's so good. And what else do I do? There's several different ones. I do sorrel tea. And most of the teas that I make are from plants in my own yard. Yeah, it's just amazing. I really want to explore and do other different kinds of teas because I've heard of some awesome benefits from specialties, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, so let's spill the tea. Let's get into this. Here is what's going to be in the kit, and I will refer back to this. Alrighty, and I gotta say, I'm sick right now. I have a cold. It's a very weak cold though. I've had some really bad colds in the past. Look at this. I love how they package it. There's a little teacup there, and the string and the color of the tissue paper. It's just all so cute. Okay, let's see. I apologize for any future sniffles. And I just did have a ginger tea yesterday. Peppermint tea, spearmint tea. That's what I made. Did I say that? I don't remember if I said that. Okay. So this is peppermint. This would be really nice for my sore throat. Oh my gosh! Look at those! Piggy beads, button beads. That strand, I love that strand. Okay, let's get into this. Oh my gosh. Roses. I was wondering, when I saw that the theme was specialty, I was wondering if there would be roses in this. Because of rose tea. Alrighty, so I gotta peek at everything here, but I gotta go to the list. Those are gorgeous. I've never seen this fire polish in such a big bead. I've always seen it in 3 and 4 millimeter. Gold. I love this one. I designed a bracelet with this bead, and I wanted to film a tutorial with it, and I don't think I ever did. It just got put... Man, that looks like chocolate. That looks like milk chocolate. What's it called? Whopper balls? Malt chocolate. You know what I'm talking about? Comes in a carton. I need pliers. Okay, so we get these apart. I don't like ripping the bags and the beads go flying. Alrighty. There's cribs. Oh, look at that. It looks like a spoon. I am brave, fearless, and strong. That's cute. It looks like it's stamped. Alrighty, I love these. This actually looks like white chocolate. Okay. Oh, in our tea bag. First thing is Softflex Bone. 0.019 medium beading wire. That's this here. Have I got this color? Did I get this in the Art Deco one, maybe? I think it was the last one I got, was Art Deco. This is really pretty. I like this color a lot. Very gorgeous. And the names here. It took me a while to figure it out, but they put the name color at the top. Alright, what's next? Softflex 2x2 millimeter sterling silver crimp tubes. Right, I need to make this video just a little bit shorter because I will be doing a tutorial or a design reveal in this video. So, I gotta speed up. So here are the crimp tubes. These are awesome quality. They're impossible to break. I've tried breaking them. They won't break. You have to cut them off if you make a boo-boo. You don't like something about your design, you have to cut them out because you can't break them and reuse your wire like regular tubes. Next thing is silver-plated ear wires with ball. That will be in here. Oh, there's jump rings in here. I don't think they've ever gave me jump rings. At least not in the kits that I've received. Okay. And I'm really bad. I don't usually do earrings with this kit because I'm so into the necklace. I always feel like whatever I have left over, I try to make earrings out of that. But I almost use about everything when I go to design with this kit. It's crazy. Right? Sometimes I feel like I design these kits for the things that I make. Next thing is 12mm silver-plated lobster claw clasp. That's this here. And they do have really nice lobster claw clasp in their kits. Okay, I'll put this back in the baggie. Tiny little parts, I don't want to lose them. 6mm. Did I skip over it? No? I got cold, so I'm really bad off. 6mm silver open jump rings. Okay, that's these. These are open because I swear they look like they're soldered. I guess that means they're like really good quality because I can barely see the cuts. I'll show you. Look at how nice these are. Like, where is it open at, right? Like, it's hard to see. They look like they're soldered shut. So they're cut really nice. Really nice, clean, flush cut. To not see the opening of the jump rings. And I love to use jump rings for spacers. I've done it in several of my designs. It's like a spacer bead. Alright, is this going to be next? Now, oh, now it's going to strands. 7mm gold check glass fire polish beads. These are so pretty. I've used these a lot in the 4 and 3mm sizes. I want to say they do sell this in full coat with the golds all over it, but I don't see it that often. I see the half coat more, which that's what this is, but the half coat is actually more shiny and sparkly than the full coat gold. The full coat gold looks darker, so it's super sparkly. Alright, after that strand, brown ceramic beads, that's this here. These really do look like a Whopper balls, whatever they're called. They look so much like chocolate. Now I got these in the Art Deco, I think it was Deco the Halls kit, and they were black, and I wanted to use them so bad, but I didn't. So hopefully I can use these in this kit. We'll see how it goes. I think I didn't use them though because they had big holes, but see, you could fill those holes with like 8O seed beads. I usually do clear. Like the silver line seed beads, the silver comes out of those, so instead of throwing them away, I save them and I use them to fill holes like this, because you're doing bead string wire, and a large hole bead on a wire like this, the bead is going to go back and forth, and it's just going to be like swimming on the wire, so I like to fill the holes with a seed bead, and also bugle beads work for that. After the ceramic bead is Jesse James Custom Bead Mix. That's this here, and I like to go through this at the end. So like sorting through it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, after that is Check Glass Piggy Beads. That's the white bead that's in here. Not this one. This is a check button bead. These look like white chocolate. Those are gorgeous. And these are expensive beads. These are piggy beads. It's 2 holes. They're actually AB white. So we got 2 2-hole beads. I think it's the first time I've seen them do 2 2-hole beads. What will I make with this? They are beautiful. I might have to hoard these, because I might choose these over this because of the colors. Yeah, I might not use these, but I'll see, it all depends on what the design's going to be. Those are cute. I did buy some of these in my stash. I think I have them in, is it Lula Vega purple or something like that? And I think I also have them in a dark red. Next thing is cream check glass button mold beads. It says button mold beads. That's these. I have 7. They're so cute. It's kind of hard to see the design in the opaque, but they usually have like a patina or a wash on there, and the design really stands out. Those are adorable. Very classy. Okay, what's next? 2-hole brown tile beads. That's these. Now, I have used these in my Nefertiti bracelet and earrings. I'll put pictures up. And if I could think of any more designs that I've done with this 2-hole bead, I will post pics. I love this one more than the Miyuki Miyuki bead because it's thicker. The Tyla is actually really thin, and I noticed that with the Tyla beads, when you look at the end with the Tyla beads, there's a lot of weak spots. There will be like air bubbles right here where the hole is on the side, and that's a weak spot, and your bead can easily crack there. So I actually prefer this more. I think they're better quality. And I just love the round, smooth shape. The other ones have like sharp corners and edges. Alrighty, what's next? The spoon? Brave Teaspoon Pendant. This would be cute to bezel. And see, I think it's stamped because of the back. You could see, like, yeah, Fearless stamping here is like coming through the back. That's so cute. I think this would be really cute bezeled. I would like to do it with small beads though, like a 4 3mm fire polish beads and seed beads. We don't have those sizes in this kit. That's adorable. And it's heavy. It's solid. Alrighty, and I moved this up frame earlier. I should have left it there. Okay, and then that there. And I think it's time to sort through these beads. Oh my gosh, I can really see rose gold going with this. That's bronze. But rose gold would look amazing with all of these. Alright, so let's look at the roses first. These are resin, I think. Oh, these don't have holes. I thought they would have holes. I've taken the flat back glass stones and I've crackled them. I've painted the back of them. I've done nail polish on the back. I've done them where I've like drawn pictures on them. I've made them into pendants, earrings. I've done all kinds of things with those things. Anyways, there was a video that I did where I took wire and I made a thing for the back of it that's like a button. I turned a glass flat back, basically a cabochon, into a button, and the same thing can be done with this here. And you can actually, if you want, glue this onto here if you wanted to. You could attach it somehow. I guess it would cover up and strong. It would be cute to put a check glass leaf bead on there, but just ideas. I would like to use those. I'll have to figure out a way to use them. Alrighty, what's next? So, look at these. These are gorgeous. This bead is actually clear. If you put it up to the light, it's a clear bead with bronze on it, like a bronze plating. Oh, you can actually see through right there. They're gorgeous. I really love this color. Champagne crystals are gorgeous. I think this is called Marquise. This shape. Those are stunning. I think chain would be really nice with these beads in this theme. Here's a cage. There's usually a crystal in them, but these don't have a crystal. These things are really cool. I've done designs where, how's it lay? This way, I think? Or did I turn it? I don't know. I've used these some way. Maybe it was this way. It was this way. I've used them this way where I've like done a 2-strand necklace by putting the beads, I think it was teardrops or round beads, like this, and I did a 2-row necklace. I use these basically as spacer beads. They're really cool for stuff like that. And it was a little challenging because I had a crystal in the ones that I used, but these here are empty, so those would work even better. Okay, and these here are cool. These are like mesh. These are small. I usually see these in a bigger size. I have some really huge ones in my stash. And they have big openings. That also might work for multi-strand. These are filigrees. Oh, there's something in this. a crystal. It's really hard to see though because the filigree, there's so much metal, you can't really see into it that well, but there's a little crystal stone in there, and I love these. Wow, these are heavy. I thought these were going to be acrylic because they look like the metal coated acrylic beads. They're very heavy, solid. Those are beautiful. Oh, chamomile tea. That's another tea that I want to make. I've had it in packets like this, but I got the little chamomile flowers, and I would like to use those. I love this one. This is gorgeous. This makes me think of the Druzy. Look at this bead. Is this bead, this color, all the way through? Maybe. It's a champagne color, but has like a pearl luster on it. Those are beautiful. I love these. This is Rosaline pink, I think. Those are pretty. Oh, my turtle ring grabbed the strand. Okay, and then these are cubes. I love these cubes. This is a light pink color. Those are gorgeous. Okay, and then these are rondelles, crystal rondelles. There's 4 gold ones. These are 6mm. And then there is the 8mm. And I have 5, which is rare. It's usually even numbers, unless I'm missing one. There. Okay. Those are pretty. And we have 4 bead caps. Silver bead caps. Those are so tiny. There, it's a little flower. Okay, and pearls. These are matte pearls. Alrighty. I am back, and this is the necklace that I am designing with the Softflex kit, and I'm going to go over how I designed it and do a tutorial with you guys on this necklace. But the only things I'm using for my stash is dark bronze 11O Miyuki seed beads, and those are spacers to me because I needed more beads in order to get this length created. And I'm also using jump rings. Now this time they did give us jump rings, but they're 6mm, and I need larger ones. So I think, and I'm using oval ones for this here because of how this is shaped. And I always like to put a seed bead under my bail for my pendant or charms. I always put a seed bead on top of the beach ring wire, and then I put my charm or pendant. It took up more space, so I had to use oval jump rings. So I used oval jump rings for these 3 here. And I'm also using from my stash these little coin things. I'll show you. I can't really show you right now because of how I have things laid out. But I have these little coin things that I'm using on the back of this. But there's alternatives to what you could use on the back of these flowers because these were not drilled. You have to glue them on to something. So I'll go over more of that. And I'm also using a large split ring for my clasp here because whenever I use like a really small 6mm, for a heavy necklace like this, it's kind of frustrating to clip my clasp on here. I mean, I still do it, but for this one, because it's so heavy and there's a lot of beads on it, I decided to go with an 8mm split ring for the clasp, and I might end up later on adding a little extension chain, but I'll see. It won't be in the video, it would probably be after the video I would add that, but I would have to try it on and all that. Anyways, so here are my leftover beads. Now, I'm not using these 2-hole beads. I love them. They are gorgeous. The piggy beads are beautiful and the checkmates. But if I use these, I'm going to have to dive deep into my stash. I'm going to want to use 3 and 4mm check fire polish and bicones and 8OC beads. And I didn't want to do that to you guys because chances are you probably wouldn't be able to make something with this. So I'm just going to hoard these, and one day I'll do a video with those beads. But I mainly wanted to use what came in the kit. And I love the theme kits that they do, and so I created this necklace, and these are the beads, other than the 2-hole beads, these are the other beads I have left over, and I pretty much used, like, everything. Yeah, because I have this gold bead throughout the whole thing, there's only one left over. This came on those which look like chocolate Whopper balls to me that I really like these. I wanted to use those really bad. So you have 4 of those left over, and this here is an oddball, 7 beads. They don't usually give you oddballs in the Jesse James packs. They give you even numbers. Alright, so those are my leftovers, and I didn't make earrings again. I don't have a lot to choose from for earrings, but I don't like basic earrings. I always like, you know, over the top designs. And of course I have crimp beads. I'm going to be using, I think, 4 of these. And I realized that I already had this wire here in my stash from the last, Deco the Halls Softflex box, or kit that I got. So now, let's go over the design. So this is going to be a 2-tier necklace. I like to have 1 strand in the back, right, and 2, 3, 4 in the front even. What I did first is, because I was using up an older spool, I work straight off the spool. As you can see here, this is going to be the second one. I will put this in place with you guys and show you how I did it, show you my layout. But what I did is I actually strung up all of these beads here onto a bead board, okay, and I had this laying out on the bead board, and then I took and I got a second string because I have a 2-row bead board, and I laid these beads out, and then, you know, I had cut my wire, right, because I think that's a good enough length to finish this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass back through my beads because the wire is thick. And so I laid these beads out, and then I strung them up again, still on the spool. And I did pass this through here and all that, and I pulled it tight, and I had clipped it all together, and I tried it on, and it looks great. So I really love how this has turned out. It's going to be gorgeous when it's all complete. But I'm going to go over this pattern with you guys. So again, I used 11 Omiyuki Dark Bronze seed beads. It's my favorite seed bead color. I might add 2 more seed beads at the end. I'm not sure, because I would like to pass the wire back through there, and I can't go back through the seed beads again. So this is the pattern. I have 2 of this cube. It's like peach. It's a peachy pink. It's so pretty. 3 seed beads, the check fire polish, 2 rondelles, these metal beads. Okay, so this here, you can see this pattern. That's one section of the pattern. And then 2 button beads, 2 of the gold 7mm again. These cage beads here have a crystal, 2 crystal beads inside. Seed beads, 7mm fire polish, and right here I have my chocolate ceramic beads. Now, these have monster holes, really big. So what I had to do, I'm going to slide these clips down so I can show you what's going on inside. Whenever I use big beads like this, you want to fill the hole. So I put on 2 8-0, these were silver line, but the silver line is coming out, and my Softflex crimp, okay, and this is the distance from here to here, okay, and then when I squish it, it's actually going to get a little bit longer, so you need exactly 2 8-0s and your Softflex crimp, okay, and then I have another 7mm fire polish bead, 4 11-0 seed beads, and you're going to see why that is like that. It's going to be hidden inside of this cage, okay. And then I'll hold it like this. Like this. This is, here we go. This is the front of my necklace. So then I did 2 7mm, the rhinestone rondelle, 2 8mm, not 8-0, pearls, the rondelle again, the gold bead, and here I put 4 this time 8-0 seed beads on each side, and that's because I don't have a gap to accommodate my cage bead, so you'll see why I did 2 down here later on. So there's 4, okay, and those are going to be hidden, and it just keeps this bead from flopping all around. It keeps it stationary. And then after that is the gold bead, a seed bead, 2 cubes, the tiny rhinestone rondelle, this gorgeous bead there. And I just realized Is there a top and bottom? This side looks more pointed. Oh, I should probably flip this one. Okay. It looks like it's whiter here and whiter there. I didn't notice earlier. So that bead, and then the rhinestone rondelle, the cube on each side, and then I have a seed bead, and I put these flowers on. Now, these flowers had no holes in them, and I loved them so much. So what I was going to do was take wire and make a spiral wire bail. I have done tutorials on how to do it in the past. I have to let the cat out. Anyways, I have done tutorials on how to do the spiral wire bail things in the past, and it's weird because just before I filmed this video I opened up the dollar bead box and look what I found in the box. So basically this is what I have done a tutorial on in the past, and these here are just little charms, but I also like to attach things to it. So I was going to make this in the video and glue this here on, right, and you have to glue it on between two petals like that, see, between the two petals, so you could see the loop, so you could attach a jump ring and the petals aren't in the way. And then I'm like, well, instead of making those, I think I should go through my stash, because I just got a necklace from a church sale. Here's the necklace. I bought it for the chains. There's like 4 chains on it, and of course I can reuse these little coins and medallion things. Anyways, while I was sitting here designing this necklace, I saw that I had these little charms on it. Like, well, that would work. It's perfect color. So I was going to use this, and like, well, I don't know if I want to take that necklace apart yet. So then I dove into my charms, and I found these cute little, like, I guess it's Chinese coins, and they're textured, right? So I used E6000, and I actually glued the flower to the back of the coin, and it worked out even better. So cool. And these are really lightweight. I don't know what else I would use them in, and I think that it's probably going to adhere a lot better to this because of the texture than it would the flat thing. And plus I didn't have to make the wire thing. But if you want to know how to make those wire things, which basically looks exactly like this, all you do is you take round nose pliers, spool of wire, you make a little circle, and then you get chain nose pliers, and you hold it like this in the chain nose pliers, and you make a spiral, and then when you put it onto the back to see if it's enough, if you've gone far enough. I used to put these on the back of flat back marbles. You then cut the wire and you make a little loop, and you want to bend the loop back onto itself, not curl it under, but bend it backwards. And yeah, anyways, so I'm really happy that I did that with the roses. I think it looks awesome. Alright, so I think I stopped at the roses showing you my design. So I did the roses, and each side I have a seed bead underneath of them, and then 7mm check fire polish bead, 8mm beads. I love these. They're really gorgeous. Now, under this metal bead, the hole on this is gigantic. It's way bigger than the chocolate bead. So I put 2 6/0 seed beads on there, right? And then with these, it keeps it more stationary and fills the gaps. So that worked out great. And then after those is a seed bead, button bead, seed bead, and 2 7mm beads and a seed bead there. And when this is all tightened up, this rests on the bead instead of resting on the wire, and it also prevents this from falling off, which can happen with jump rings. Okay, so that's this layout, and let's go to this. So I really actually wanted to use both of these. I was going to put one on each side of the spoon pendant, but I knew once I started doing the 2-layer thing that I was going to have to remove the second one, and I'm happy I did because I think it looks much better. Okay, so at the top I have 3 11/0s, 2 7mm fire polish beads, and an 11/0 seed bead on each side. This pattern here, basically, this group, it's the same pattern that I did down here, but I have more seed beads because I needed more space. Okay, so 7mm bead, seed bead, good grief, rondelle on each side, seed bead, this awesome heavy metal flower bead, seed bead, rondelle, seed bead, 7mm bead, the button bead, seed bead, 7mm fire polish, seed bead, and then I did a bead cap, and again I had to fill this bead, so I put 4 11-0 or 8-0 seed beads in there, and then the cap, and then this is the rest right here. 7mm pearl rondelle and this beautiful bead. It's so gorgeous. This side looks like mercury glass. I really like that. Alright, now let's put this together. Alright, so I flipped this one over so there the wide part is at the bottom, and you guys can follow my pattern, right? I showed you all my beads, and I didn't go over all the seed bead counts, but you know, you could pause the camera, study my pattern, and you can string these beads if you got the kit. Now it's important that you have the 4 11-0 seed beads under that cage area right there, the cage bead. Okay, and see how I have this bead strung up? Now I have it strung where I'm going through a square hole and a square hole so that it lays like this. See how you're looking at the square, and then there's a point on the bottom, top, left, and right. Okay, there's a square here, square there, and this strand is going through here. 4 11-0s there, and there's the 2 7mm beads on the top and bottom. Okay, we're going to put our new strand through this side, and it's going to come out here, and then we connect it into the chocolate bead. So this will be mirrored, so it will be like this on the inside. Okay, again with the square facing up, so it'll make more sense when I go to do it. Okay, and this is going to be inside. Now I'm going to readjust this so I have some space to work. Okay, I'm going to take this clip off, and let's see. Okay, I'm working on, oh, make sure that you have the front facing up. Okay, so the flowers are facing up. I'm working on the right side of my necklace, so if you're wearing it, this is the right side, but visually looking down, with this being the front, I'm working on the left side of the necklace. So I'm going to take this wire, again, see the square bead here? I want to put this up through here, basically. See the square front again, point at the top, point at the bottom, point left and right. It's going to be like this. This comes down, this cage, and it rests right here, okay, on this bead. So I'm going to take my wire and put it inside of the cage. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. I want to make sure you guys can understand what I'm doing. I've done this before in another Soft Flex video. So this bead, right here's my crimp. It just fell out of that chocolate bead. My wire is going to go through this hole into the gold bead that I've captured inside. Okay. Now, I'll zoom in more. My wire is going to want to follow the other wire. So see this here? So what I have to do is back it out, push the bead with my fingernail over, and it's best to do it with my smaller finger, and push the wire up and get it to come out the square hole that's directly above the one you're going through. Okay, takes some fidgeting. So now it looks like this. Gosh, I hope I was in frame. Okay, so pull this up, and actually once I go through, it's gonna look better. So I have to go through the crimp bead. I'll jiggle this down. There's gonna be a crimp bead now, and the 2 8-0 seed beads. So I'm gonna go through these and through the brown bead. Okay, And I think I'm going to stop at the brown bead because I can cut my wire off and it'll be more hidden. So then I'm going to make some adjustments so you guys can see what I'm doing. I gotta zoom back out, I get too close. Alright, so when I pull these beads down, I'm going to tighten this up so you guys can see what's going on, because I know it can look a little screwy, and I wish I wasn't sick. It doesn't sound terrible. Alrighty, so now this is what it looks like. So do you see why I have the seed beads on? I put 3 seed beads on the second strand, 4 in this one because this is longer, right? And because of how this sit, I needed 3. It looks right. Okay, I did 4 on each side at first, like no, I need 3. So then I did 3, right? Now see, the wire is exposed right there. I was going to put beads in there, but I knew it wasn't going to work out, so I left the wire exposed, and that's just fine. And then right here is my crimp. Okay, my beads are there. I will cut this wire off, but first I have to crimp this bead. Now I need to make adjustments and make sure that I'm happy with the length of the longer one. So right now this side is too short. I'm going to zoom back out. So I'm going to move my wire and slide this down. Which is this side? Yeah, I'm going to get these a little more even so that I don't have a hard time crimping this. I centered my wire a little bit more because I didn't want it to be too short on one side. I'm going to slide these beads up. Okay. And I'm going to crimp this. I'm going to bring my crimp down. Here is my crimping plier. So remember, this here will come down more, see, giving me more room, and then this is gonna all slide into place. So I do believe I have enough room. I'm going to just push these wires together so I could scoot this down. Come on, give it a program. Everybody behave. Okay, now the wires are side by side. I'm going to zoom in and crimp this. And I will try to, I'll be trying to make my videos faster. It's really impossible. Okay, so there is the crease side. I do that first. Shaped like a V, basically. Okay, so it creases it. And then, I think this is a number 2 crimp, so I have to go to the second hole. There's 3 holes. Go to the second one and fold it. And you know what I did? I screwed up. It's not a huge boo-boo, but I'll show you what I did wrong. Squeeze it really good. Okay. What I did is I left too much wire here. I should have pushed the wire down, pulled more out so that I didn't have all this waste. And you're like, oh, it's just like 2 inches of wire, Alicia. It's not that bad. Yeah, but it all adds up and you don't get a lot in the spool. So, anyways. Okay, now these beads are going to scoot down into that chocolate bead. So see, that's why I use 2 beads. Okay, and then I need my wire cutter. My wire, my pliers, they like to walk away, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, where the heck are they at all the time? I'm going to cut this little tail, and then that bead's going to slide down, okay, and then I'll just move this down, and then we're going to go over here, so you can see, it's come together. Now I have to cut this wire, and look at that little bead is hiding in my spool. And see, I don't need that much wire. So, maybe here. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're not going to have too much slack in this and in this, but you don't want it to be super tight because then beads won't spin. Like the flat beads, they're going to want to stick out funny and stuff, so you need just the right amount of space. So over here, we're going to do the same thing. Again, it's mirrored though, right? Zoom in a little. So we got the 4 seed beads inside of between the 2 gold beads. I have to pull this down because I have to go into this bead. So push the bead into, I have to give myself some room. Okay, like this. Again, the cage is pointing inside of my neckline. It's this one, not this one. It's this one we have to go through. So push the bead inside of the cage to the left side, pass the wire up through the gold bead, and again it will want to follow, you know, your other wire and come out over here. See? So then what you want to do is push it back in and push the bead in and pass your wire up so that it comes out on the other side like this. So see, you're looking at the front. This is the square. There's a square here, square there. Okay, you're going up through the square bead, the square hole on this side, come up the square hole. You went through that gold bead, you're coming up through here. Now you have to go through the chocolate bead. So I'm just going to move this down more. You got to get through your crimp, the chocolate bead, and these 2 8/0s. Okay, slide those down and then slide that chocolate bead up. Now, I have to make sure that all of this is laying right and that I did the right thing. I'm going to zoom back out. So you want to pull the long string and then the short string, and I actually have a gap here, see that? So I just want to push that gold bead up into the cage. Be that straight. I'll bring this back down because I want that to fall off. And we're just making some adjustments, you know, measure 5 times, cut once kind of thing. I know it's twice. Okay. Alright, check your spacing. How much room? This one's a little jiggly. You could definitely, that's actually too loose. This one here, this one seems great. So, not that one. This one. There we go. Okay. If you want, you can hold it up. It looks amazing. I wish you guys could see it from this angle. Here, let me go like this. It's beautiful. I did a really good job spacing the beads out so the same colors weren't clashing into each other. It's like very important in designing. Okay, and I have nice movement. I think I might be safe to crimp. So I'm going to move those seed beads up there and crease my crimp. Crease it. The wires were parallel, by the way, side by side. And then fold it in the middle one. And then I use the chain nose plier side to squish. Squish it, and I go left and right because these are so narrow that it's like the tube's a little bit wider than these. Okay, that's what it looks like. And then look at that wire hopping out. Put this back through here. Okay, like that. I'm gonna cut the wire here again, the little tail. Slide that down. Slide these down. Move this down. I put 3 11/0s on and my crimp bead. I really wanted to hide my wire in this bead, but I think if I did a crimp here and hid my wire in there, I think it would look unprofessional. Yeah, I just didn't want the wire sticking out of my crimp, but it's gonna have to be that way. Okay, now, because I'm using soft flex crimps, these are crazy, ridiculously strong. I have not been able to break them. Like with the cheaper crimps, I could, if I crimp this and I put the clasp on, right, it's done. And like, oh no, I forgot to put a bead in or something, I don't like something. I usually could break the other crimps, keep the same wire, fix the issue, and then use the same wire, put it back through a new crimp and crimp that, and it would be fun. But this, you cannot break these. So, I am doing it this way. Okay, and I feed the wire back through this crimp. This crimp is so strong, I don't have to actually worry about weaving it through more beads. Okay, and what I like about a design like this, by the way, we have a crimp here and here, so whenever I make designs like this, especially with heavy beads, there's not a lot of good movement down here because of all the weight is forcing the beads down. But because we have broken off sections, because there's a crimp here and a crimp here, the weight's not forcing down these beads. It's not preventing them from moving, if that makes sense to you. I hope it does. Okay, I'm just going to, I pulled the wrong one. Pass it back through. Pull this up. Pull this down. Hold this in place. Pull this down. I don't need really any slack here because, like I said, I have this break point. So I just make sure that my wire is parallel, side by side in the tube. Okay, and you do want this loop to be a little bit bigger than it would usually be because you're folding the crimp and that makes the loop smaller, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, so when you fold the crimp, your loop will get smaller, but if you just flatten the crimp, the loop stays the same size. So this is going to shrink a little bit. Okay, so that just moved on me. Let me see. Where's my little... this. Okay, it just grew. It's growing. Go down a little bit. Right here. Creased it, and I'm gonna fold it. Actually, the crease looks really weak, so there it is. Then fold it, and then cut my wire. Perfect. Looks great. Okay. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. And I'm going to fast forward it because it's the same darn thing I just did. There's my closure. So see, nice big loops. I could easily put it on. I really do think this needs an extender chain because I could see this being nice worn short and longer. So it is gorgeous. I'm really happy that I put the roses in, and I'll get some good pictures of this so you guys could see it better. But there it is. It turned out so beautiful. Here is my finished design. I think it turned out to be really gorgeous. It looks so classy. Let me know what you think about it down there below in the comments. And remember, Softflex is doing tutorials with this kit as well on their YouTube channel. So you will see the link for their YouTube channel down there below in the description bar, and you can go and watch and see what they're doing with this kit. And this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the opening and the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.